How does your company's vision inspire employee loyalty? And you might say surveys, and surveys do come at the top of the list, but also take a look at observation and also communication. Employees represent your brand, and it's important that you know that they're prepared and ready to move forward. The journey moves forward when the entire company shares responsibility. What if you owned a roofing company and you just received a complaint from one of the employees that the sales representative, that a top representative is absent again for the fifth time this month? A week ago, she rescheduled an appointment and forgot to place it on the calendar. Now, the employee has worked with you for 10 years and these absences started 6 months ago. What would you do? What would you say to the customer? Welcome to Walk Talk with Marlene. And today we're going to measure employee loyalty by observing employees from other companies and also those from your own company. Is there a commitment, and how clear is your company's vision? Let's explore employee loyalty a little bit deeper. I'd like for you to reflect back a few years back and think of three employers that you've worked for, and you may be working within a company currently. So just think of two additional ones in addition to the company that you're working with right now. But I want you to think about the freedom that you have today. Employees have extreme freedom to leave a company, to go and maybe start a business, or to do both. And I want you to think and reflect and ask yourself, why did you stay? Think of those three companies. Why did you stay, or why did you leave? Were you inspired to stay? If there was someone that inspired you, or there was a cause that inspired you to stay, think about that. What inspired you to actually stay there? And third, a challenge. How were you challenged? Were you challenged to stay so that you could progressively move into a much higher role? Or were you challenged to leave? So when you think back again to all three of these areas, stay, why did you stay? Or why did you leave? What inspired you to actually remain there? Because there's some of you who know what it feels like to experience, who've experienced employee loyalty, even at times when you felt you were not actually being treated fairly yourself. You, for some reason, you still remained, you stayed there. And so you think about it, and this puts you in the same mindset as employees who may be working for your company, your companies. So just think about that. And also, and the challenges that they face, the challenges of wanting to grow within a company. And so some do remain and still push, and some are successful. Then there are others who leave. Whether it's at your company, or if you're out transacting business with another company, I'm sure you've probably noticed the professionalism within some of the employees that you've crossed paths with. And I wanted to share four characteristics that I've noticed in some of the employees that I've noticed when conducting business, and that is perseverance. You know, those individuals with that staying power, the willingness to work. They're hard workers. You don't see them standing around, just idly talking. I mean, they are busy. They are natural born leaders. A growth mindset. Number two, those individuals that are team players, and a lot of them will grow within companies because their superiors will often see them, taking the initiative to go and help somebody else who need assistance. Three is communication, honesty, and integrity. professionalism when they help others, and also within the company. They show true communication with their teammates. And fourth is respect. Respect for themselves, respect for the company, for their teammates, and for customers. I was out shopping a few months ago and I stopped by a grocery store. And the first thing that impressed me was how clean the store was. I mean, it was just, from top to bottom, you didn't smell rotten produce. I mean, the produce just looked impeccable. And second was, of course, were the individuals who worked there, the employees. I saw them walking through the store, stopping and talking to people, asking if they needed assistance, and it was the persevering staying power that I saw. And there was one aisle that I walked down. There was one young man handling large volumes of work, and he was just persistent. I mean, he just continuously on with what he was doing. And as I walked past him, I was looking for some items. He stopped in the middle of that huge job to ask me if I needed assistance. And so I asked him for one item. He looked on my list and he walked throughout the store with me and found the rest of those items. There were 5 additional items that he helped me with. So I definitely saw perseverance in that store. And I spoke with him a little bit further, and he told me the store was owned by employees. Can you believe that? Employees owned at that point, 4 different locations, and I think they own eight locations today. But he was saying that it was a pleasure to work at this store because they understood the mindset of the employees who worked there because they used to be employees themselves. So I thought that was just outstanding to hear that. The growth mindset, I saw a growth mindset also. It was confident. I saw confidence in a lot of the workers there in the store. And I spoke with more than one of them. And they were just definitely, they were like leadership qualities there because they were assisting each other, coming up with ideas with someone had an issue that they were facing in the store. I'm talking coworkers now, and they were helping each other. I said, wow. It was not no they did kid around and they enjoyed talking with each other, but they actually helped someone who was having difficulty. I think one of the young men was new, and they went over and they showed him a way to do something that that actually made his job a whole lot simpler. Communication, communicating with customers again, communication with me, communication with some of the other customers there in the store, and they just these guys were just professionals, truly. I mean, and the uniforms were neat, clean. I mean, just impeccable. It's like they matched the store, and you enjoyed shopping there because you knew if you needed help, you had someone who to assist you. Last is respect. They seemed to respect themselves. Respect was first for themselves, and then they showed respect for the store that they worked in. They respected the leadership. They respected the ownership there, and it was just truly. It was an old-fashioned type of setting I haven't seen in years, but there was respect in this store. I mean, respect for co-workers. You don't see that often, and a lot of respect for customers. So I just wanted to share with you about this particular group of employees that I saw, a grocery store that's owned by employees. Next week, we'll measure how businesses promote employee loyalty. How do you help employees create success? I'd like to hear from you in the comments section about some of the businesses that you may have run across and some of the employees that you've noticed who exemplify professionalism, high standards of employee loyalty. Looking forward to hearing from you, and also look forward to you joining me this coming week as we discuss our last week of how to measure customer and employee loyalty. Thank you. Have a great day.